Today I'm lowering my truck and it's gonna be a game changer, especially since it's gonna eliminate the gap on the bedside that is so huge it can fit my entire body. But what makes this kit so interesting is that it comes with zero instructions, so I have to figure out everything myself for the first time. And usually things like that would make me nervous, but lowering a truck is easy work that doesn't require hiring a UTI tech, because after taking off both wheels, there are some important parts that need to come off, like the shock, needless to say, and the U-bolt assembly. But when those two are out, there's two bolts on the leaf spring that need to be removed in order for the leaf spring to be dropped. However, here's when things really start making sense, because the original shackle is going to be replaced with this shorter shackle, and I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know it's best to tighten it gently so it can be adjusted later when putting it back on. After that, the bump stop that's welded onto the chassis needs to be cut off, because if not, the truck will bottom out instantly, and that would basically defeat the purpose of lowering it. But the kit does come with replacement bump stops, but they look so cheap that I'm not even going to waste my time trying to install them. And once that's out of the way, everything that could be put back together is going to be reinstalled in a swap configuration, meaning the leaf spring that was originally on top of the axle is now going to be underneath the axle, and this bracket is going to fit in between them both, sort of like a block. So all that was left to do was to put together the U-bolt assembly with the new bottom plate, and once all four bolts were zapped in, it was time to move on to the final step of the lowering kit, which was installing the new shock. I'm 100% sure I could have saved money by reusing the original shocks, but for spending as much as I did, it was better to be safe than sorry. And it's important to say though that everything that I've been doing to this side, I've also been doing to the other side. So it's been a lot of back and forth. And since I'm already on this side, I'm gonna start putting the tires back on so I can show you how it looks on the ground. But there is another step I didn't mention before. Once the truck is back on the ground, all bolts need to be tightened, since they can't be tightened with the axle hanging. But overall, for having no instructions, this thing came out looking insane. The gap that could fit my entire body in the beginning can now barely fit my